have the expert comment also from Dr. Mukesh Dorokia, who has done a lot of work on UV, and also Mr. Raman Bhatia. So to you, Dr. Mukesh Porwal, for moderating the question and answer on UV in environment or in vitro UV.
Thank you, sir. That was an extensive update on UV, much needed, exactly 8 o'clock now. And I would invite Dr. Mukesh Dholakia to show how he's using UV in his hospital for disinfection. He's already applied it, so he's ready to show it in the hospital. We'd like to have a quick look in his hospital.
So, good afternoon to you all. I would like to, I think I will do like this. Can you see now? Yes. I'm entering into the operation theater as I said,
Probably the internet inside the operation theater is a bit weak.
Internet, I think.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Now, yes.
Okay. I'm audible, no?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Okay. So I want to show you some of the UV fixtures which I have fitted to my operation theater. As Dr. Kakaria mentioned, this is since practically 10 years. This operation theater was UV light installed. And then this is a UV sterilizer, UV air purifier, since I'm using this since practically 5 or 6 years. And one more filter was there, lying practically dead in this here. So one can see this is my another UV sterilizer of operation theater. So this filter and this filter, both the filters run continuously during my surgery. So it continuously filters the air. And this is my UV tube, which I switch on before the surgery for 4 to 5 hours. So this is about the operation theater. And now I would like to show you
There seems to be a disruption. Dr. Ramesh Shah, you have an interest in UV from the beginning. Please comment.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes,
hello?
Sir. Please go ahead.
This is this is my dehumidifier cum UV sterilizer. This dehumidifier is designed by me, and it continuously runs in my operation theater. And this is actually prototype. This is not in the market because I have made from whatever things available in the market, but we are not in the market, means we are not into the cell. So it continuously filters the air from the humidity, as well as it kills the viruses and the bacteria.
This is stationary or it's mobile, sir?
Sir, this is a mobile light. See, it moves on the.
Right.
Can you see? You can
take it anywhere in your hospital.
Yeah, in this actually this is pre-lockdown. I made this in January. In November, December. So I two stuffs. All the stuffs for 2 such units are already there. So one already made, and the second before I construct, lockdown was there. So what I'm doing at this moment, for half of the day, I keep in my operation theater, and for other half of the day, I keep in my consulting room, so that it serves my purpose well. And recently, what I did, this is because see, there is an instruction and a guidance that we should not keep the AC on, but to work without AC on is really difficult. So what I did, I put one UV light, and you see the UV light on my air conditioner. So it continuously filters the air. I don't know. I have not done any clinical study whether it kills the bacteria continuously or kills the virus continuously or not. But this jugaad I have done, and some more modification I'll be doing so that
That is Mukesh. Mukesh, can I comment? Mukesh.
Light on. Yes, please. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Yes. Yeah.
what you have done is something really good and everybody has to do this. Every one of us will have to have a UV where the AC is sucking the air.
But
Because
if it is outside the unit, will it work, sir?
No, because the air, no. The outside air doesn't come inside. It's only the gas, cooling gas, which will go to the outside unit in pipe.
Right.
So in a split. Yeah, Raman, please.
Yeah.
Raman bhai will be able to tell us something better about it.
It's circulating, na. Basically, it's a basic principle of any air condition.
We can't hear you.
Take hot air. Can't hear me? Hello.
Getting interrupted in between. Now it is okay. Please go ahead.
मेरा ये कहना है, I just want to add कि जो प्रिंसिपल है एयर कंडीशन का, it is just or either it is your split AC. It's very standard कि जो गर्म हवा है, it will take and then it will make it cool. ठंडा करेगा उसको वापस भेजेगा. तो जहां हवा अंदर इनटेक हो रहा है, that we have to do the UV on that area. जैसा कि डॉक्टर साहब ने दिखाया, near by the cooling coil. I think Mr. Kakadia agree with me. What I am telling. ठीक कह रहा हूँ ना सर मैं?
Yes, बराबर है. You have to have it inside. Not the outer unit. Sterilizing the outer unit does not. It doesn't help at all because that outer unit's air is never going to come in to the inner unit.
But in AC, mein, how do
that is just like a chiller plant only.
Yeah.
Raman bhai, how will we do inside the AC ourselves? Because it's not possible for us. Because unless you open and they may not be having a space inside.
Sir, RC, I am designing a space for all the window ACs. I am designing one kind of front grill which will have 2 or 3 small UVs which are there in the water purifier. And yes, sir.
Yes.
So it will, that UV light will be hidden from us, so it will not leak out. It will remain inside the AC.
Yeah, this is UV LED actually, which I brought from RO manufacturer, and this is a very tiny 11 watt UV light, and it has
what is the wavelength, Mukesh?
UVC for 254.
Okay.
This is UVC.
क्या हम भी इस पे काम कर रहे हैं, हम 2 चीजों पे काम कर रहे हैं. तो जितने भी एयर कंडीशन है,
Normally, sir, it should be like
because we have started with the ducting air condition first. क्योंकि डक्टिंग एयर कंडीशन में होता क्या है, AHU एक ही जगह होता है और उसकी एयर सब जगह स्प्लिट होती है, राइट. और सब जगह से वो जो एयर का इनटेक है वापस है एयर का एयर रिटर्न जो है वो फाइनली एक ही जगह आके रुकती है. तो वी आर वर्किंग ऑन दैट कि हम उसका एक इस तरीके का सिस्टम कोशिश कर रहे हैं जो हर एक सिस्टम के अंदर फिट हो जाए. एंड जस्ट पुट इनसाइड बैक ऑफ द कॉइल. प्लीज Mr. Girish want to.
Are you planning for the split AC as well as the window AC?
Every AC we are working on all on that. Because lockdown की वजह से थोड़ा सा हमें प्रॉब्लम हो रही है चीजों को अरेंज करने में, but we are working on that.
Sir, this is another thing I'm trying to tell you, sir. Normally these tubes, they do not have a single wavelength. They have a range. Like one which is there, which is available in this RO plant, the wavelength is between 190 and 254. It's not a single one. Is it right or I am wrong?
No, but the peak is 254.
Peak is 254.
The bell curve is maximum at 254. So almost 90% of the radiation would be at 254, plus or minus.
That's okay.
The other wavelength would be very, very
This
low.
is what I wanted to know for everybody of you.
Right now हम जो बना रहे हैं और जो ट्यूब हम लोग कर रहे हैं, we are taking a range around 22. उसका peak 253.8 तक सकता है maximum.
But what is the minimum?
That is the German rate.
What is the minimum? Hello?
Minimum is 222. minimum is
220.
220. Yeah.
Okay. Now there are certain questions. Can I take, Dr. Kakadia?
Yes, please, sir.
The thing is that how do you compare UV sterilization with hydrogen peroxide sterilization? There is one question from one of the delegates.
I don't have an exact comparison, but how many times in a day you will be able to do hydrogen peroxide sterilization of the entire hospital? All the surfaces. You cannot do that unless you.
Most of the people have an experience of hydrogen peroxide. They are taking little time to shift to the.
Yeah, but it's so simple. Hydrogen peroxide. Either you have to take in a mop and mop every surface,
Correct.
और हमें एक बात इसमें
or you have to aerosolize it.
नहीं, मैं इसको एक और प्रैक्टिकल तरीके से भी आपको बोलना चाहूंगा. हाइड्रोजन पेरोक्साइड जो हम कर रहे हैं, मात्र वे की प्रॉब्लम है. वी आर डूइंग समथिंग अंदाजे से, जिसको कहते हैं ना अंधेरे में तीर चलाना. हम लोगों को जहां जहां लग पड़ा है या किसी का हाथ लगा है, दैट वी आर यूजिंग. बट वायरस इतना छोटा है और हमें पता ही नहीं है वो कहाँ है. तो इसके लिए सही है.
Yeah, that is perfect. Yeah.
विद द ओजोन, जो सर ने भी एक बार बताया था, वो हल्की सी जो स्मेल बनती है ना, दैट इज जस्ट लाइक क्योंकि जब 253 तक जब वो टच करता है तो इट जनरेट्स ओजोन. तो ओजोन के जो O3 और O2 जो मॉलिक्यूल्स बन जाते हैं, तो वो बात है कि इट विल स्प्रेड आउट इन होल द रूम और एनी एरिया. तो आपको ये नहीं देखना है कि वो कहाँ करेंगे और कहाँ नहीं करेंगे. तो कहीं भी अगर वायरस है तो इट विल गेट इम्पैक्टेड, इट विल किल.
The second thing is, can you guide us the amount of ozone released by various strands of UV light? Can you keep, Dr. Mukesh Dholakia, your switch of your screen, please?
Just a minute.
Screen jara uchi karna so.
It's okay now.
Yeah, it will be fine. Thank you, sir. Sir, can you give us some guidance about the strength of the ozone in relation to the wavefront of the light, UV light used? Either it is 36 watts or 8 watts or 11 watts. And the amount of ozone, do we have a direct proportionate or inversely proportionate? Can you give us some guidelines? Why I'm asking you is that the light which is fitted onto the ceiling side, under the operation table on both the sides, under the table, I think Dr. Kakadia has made a nice suggestion to me, and I had gone there, where he has kept 2 tubes under the table, operating table. So is it necessary, or even the ozone which is released is enough to disinfect it under the surface of the table? Table.
It is directly proportionate with the wattage.
So please give me the comment on this.
Please sir, आप बोलेंगे?
नहीं आप बताइए.
डॉक्टर
नहीं.
Yeah. I had in 1995 I had done lot of calculations and lot of experimentation. Of late I haven't done the latest calculation, but at that time when I was doing so much of brainstorming on installation of UV, how much should I for how many square feet of room, I realized that one UV of 35 to 40 watt is enough for a 12 by 12 room to generate enough ozone and to generate adequate ultraviolet light to kill all the organisms in a matter of about 1 to 2 hours. The viruses are so sensitive that they are inactivated in 4-5 seconds. They are killed in about a minute, and for the fungus and the bacteria and all the molds and spore forming bacteria to die, we give a little more over time, like when we do autoclave, we over time.
हम लोगों ने भी कुछ प्रैक्टिकली कैलकुलेट किया है, because what we are thinking.
सर आपका आवाज है ना बीच में कट हो जाती है, तो we can't hear you the complete text of yours.
Oh, okay. So I do one thing. You just allow me 1 second. Now it is clear.
Take your own time.
Net connection everywhere is a problem.
Dr. Jethwa, you have this.
Yeah. Can I ask a question? I wanted to ask the 2 things. UVC can reflect from the wall back or not, and second is UVC are filtered by simple glass or not.
अभी मेरी आवाज ठीक है आप लोग? Now it is clear. Sir, now I am audible.
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay. Sir, मैं दोनों बात अगर मुझे इजाजत दें, मैं दोनों बातों का जवाब देना चाहूंगा. पहला, मेरा ऐसा मानना है कि डॉक्टर्स का पैनल है, those are technical. They know everything about wavelength and everything. But जो एक आम यूजर है, एक हाउस होल्ड है, एक नॉर्मल बिजनेसमैन है, एक शॉपकीपर है, एक बिजनेस चलाने वाला है, दे डोंट नो अबाउट द कैलकुलेशंस एंड एवरीथिंग. We have just calculated and we come with a one thumb rule. It is a very clear thumb rule that 1.5 watt UVC light lamp is enough for 1 cubic meter area for 15 to 20 minutes.
Right. Okay.
That is 3 by 3.
Technically.
Meter by meter.
Meter by meter.
Dr. Kakaria, there is a
So it's the same which I say.
That means
It's almost the same. If you have a room of 12 by 12 by 1, you need about 36 to 40 watt. So
Kakaria,
right.
because when we are talking about the room ना, तो कोई भी रूम क्यूबिक मीटर में नहीं होता, क्योंकि रूम की हाइट नहीं होती. तो टेक्निकली आपका अराउंड 300 square feet room can easily get sterilized with a 30 watt light.
Raman sir, do we need to put a UV light under the operation table or no?
Yes, it is with ozone.
Ozone is enough.
It is with ozone. If it's not with ozone, then you cannot.
The
So
second,
wherever
You are using.
the RC,
wherever
the UV light does not reach, if you give enough time, ozone will reach. UV is instant, ozone is secondary.
okay.
So instead of just considering UV as 1 minute, consider it as 6 or 7 minutes. Then the ozone will take over in the place where the UV light is forming shadows.
The second, Dr. Kakaria, I have a question.
Yeah.
Since you said that most of the UV light is absorbed by our natural lens and does not allow it to go to retina, does it not have even the smallest of the chances of developing a cataract with this kind of UV light?
Yeah, that's true. But if you are exposed to UV light for a time duration more than 16 minutes at a time, over a period of several months, then you start developing the PSC cataract.
That's why हम लोगों ने जो systems बनाए हैं, but we have developed. There is one is a human sensor, microwave human sensor. We have developed in our all products. कि अगर कोई human body nearby in a 3 meter range come, then it automatically get off, and it will get on after 30 or 40 seconds.
I said one more question. After
I would like to answer, RC, please. I would like to answer Dr. Jethwa's question about reflection of UV light from the wall. It does get reflected from the wall. It's basically a light, only thing is we are not able to see, but otherwise it's a light. So if your wall is very well polished or if it is tiles, it does get reflected to a certain extent, like any other light would be. And a second question was about transmission through the glass. So all the glass which we use in our windows, like the Modifloor glass or whatever the commercial glass is, they are not UV transparent. They block UV. The UV transparent glass is very expensive because it has to be absolutely pure from borosilicate, and it cannot be even soda lime. It has to be fused quartz. And to have a fused quartz glass in windows would be spending several of your wristwatches for making one window. So all our normal glasses are non-transparent to UV. So, and that we have done the test inside, keeping a fluorescent meter inside the OT and outside the OT, having a glass OT. So that I think it would be impossible for us to afford a UV transparent glass of that size. It will be very, very expensive.
So all the mobile UV units should be having the UV tubes exposed outside, not inside any glass case or anything.
No, if you want to contain it in a glass case, you have to have very expensive UV transparent glass, not the ordinary glass. So the best way is to have a jali, जो अपने ट्रीज के फर्दे लगाते हैं, ऐसा एक जाली रख देने का. That's what we are going to do for our trolley now. so that when a man moves it, they don't accidentally strike and break the tube.
Yeah, that is the
But
point.
why not to go for UV LEDs?
UV LEDs are much more expensive.
नहीं
No, 11 watt.
नहीं.
See.
I want to add one thing because जो UV LEDs हैं, they are still more than 266 or 280 still.
Right.
Okay.
Mukesh, 254. Listen me. I just had a contact with Ushio and Equisense technology about their LEDs. 254 nanometer emitting LEDs. One seed costs $10. That is 780 rupees now. And you need 40 seeds to have 40 watt tube light.
Tube light.
Right. So it would be something like 32,000 rupees for an UV LED tube light
To convert to UV LED.
to convert to UV LED, whereas this one is 2,000.
Yeah.
So that cost difference
But,
is too big and it's against the LED.
That's what the question I asked actually. कि ये जो the UV LED which I have, I don't know exactly what frequency it emits, but it is written over there. It is 254 nm 11 watt UVC LED.
If you measure it with UV spectrometer, then you realize
Yes.
you can
It
take
may
it
be
to,
as-
you
yeah.
can bring it to Bhavnagar and Central Salt. We have a UV spectrometer. You can we
Okay,
can
and they
measure
will
it,
tell us what is
wavelength and intensity both.
Yeah.
हमारे पास
The second thing, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We are having a complete lab to test everything about the
Okay.
spectrum. We have established the lab in 2010 for a whole LED products.
Now, second thing, Mukesh, about the tube UV versus LED UV is that LED UV's emission keeps on decreasing as the time goes. LED is not forever. It is bright only for 1 year, and then after second year it starts dimming up, unless you have very, very excellent heat management system. And again, to have that excellent heat management system for a 40 watt LED UV tube is another expense over and above that 32,000 rupees for LED. So I don't think LED UV will soon is feasible in this this field.
So the last question on UV, somebody wants to know that once you sterilize, you disinfect your OT with UV, after how much time after putting the UV light off, you can enter the OT again safely?
50 minutes. Yeah. 40 to 50 minutes.
You can, I'll tell you, it's very simple. You switch off the light and switch on the air conditioners, normal air conditioners. So whatever ozone was there, UV though goes instantly. As soon as you switch off the light, the UV is gone.
Right.
But the ozone is there, so that ozone smell goes away once you start the air conditioning in about 1 or 2 minutes.
Right.
So if you have a remote control, you start your AC with remote control from outside and then enter after about 2 minutes, that's enough.
So early, you don't have to wait for long.
No, you don't have to wait for long. There is no need. Because UV photons would die as soon as you switch off the power. So forget about the UV toxicity once you have switched it off. And the ozone, in fact, ozone helps in cleaning up your nasopharynx. And whatever little sinusitis we have, it goes away once you stay in UV for about 2 minutes or so. I intentionally stay when I have common cold in UV. Wearing the UV goggles, and it cures me so quickly.
Can't we call HSV, I mean, viral herpetic keratitis with the UV exposure?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to speak in vivo, UV use in vivo. And
Then forget about all antiviral, antibacterial.
yes. If the virus is on surface, it can be UV radiated. And that's what I have done. And from that, what I found was something phenomenal, for which I think we should now proceed to the next section of
One more
UV in
last
vivo.
A
question.
quick comment from Dr. Ramesha. Yes, sir.
How toxic in any dose is the ozone? Hello?
No. Ozone,
Ozone.
sir, ozone is a very temporary phenomenon. because the oxygen molecule, an oxygen molecule having 1 minus valency in its outer orbit, having 7 electrons, which is needing 8th electron, it is as oxidating as a halogen. So that ozone will fetch electron from anywhere, from wood or from your wall or from your cloth or anywhere, and it will become saturated and become oxygen again. So that's a very temporary phenomena. So I don't think ozone is
So
anyway
ozone
toxic.
is not very toxic,
No,
right,
not
sir?
very toxic.
Sir,
Not.
can we move on to the next section, sir? Please share your.
Yes, please.
We are already.